Okay, so this is a pre-polished ferrule. Basically, the glass is already manufactured at the factory. It's inside this case right here. This white piece is a dust cap, and then this elongated white piece, something that you can hold on to when you're moving it from the splice, the fusion area to the heater. And it's all hermetically sealed, so there's nothing that has to be done to this piece. It doesn't have to be cleaned or cleaved, nothing to it. Okay? This is the front part of the LC connector. This is the boot, the rear part, and it comes with a fiber protection sleeve. So it's all included with every package. So the one thing I have to do is I do need to change the heat program for this kind of fiber protection sleeve. So I'm going to go back into my menu button. I'm going to go down to the heater program, go down and select Links. Links is the marketing name for all of our splice-on Links connectors. Okay, and that's all it takes to reset the heater program to Links. Okay?
You got it.
So what I'm going to do next here is we're going to put this to, I guess I can use this fiber right here, the one that we just used for our inline splicing. So I'm going to cut this end off, and I need to strip back some of the jacketing. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more off than that. I need to take off the coating that's on there. All right, I'm going to take some alcohol and clean the glass. But you know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to put on the back parts first. So I'm going to cut this off. All right, so cut that back off. So here's my fiber. It's coming in from, let's say, wherever it's coming in from.
Right.
And you want to terminate it to a connector. You're going to put the boot on first. Then the fiber protection sleeve. Okay, then you're going to take the jacket off and prep the glass. Do you mostly work with tight buffer or loose tube?
Both, just depending on, if the customer's providing it or we're providing it.
Is there any particular manufacturer of glass you buy?
No, that's why we have to try to take this and start handling it ourselves instead of having the one who's subscribing to our service. They just pretty well, here's the roll. So we want to start getting, I think we were buying it from some of our stuff from I think Electrical Wholesale House, Main Electric, and some other electric company.
Is that who you typically buy is that your go-to distributor?
No, because there's all kinds of wire companies out here. They claim to sell us fiber, so we got to really start paying more attention to who we're buying it from.
Okay. Well, the only fiber cable we sell is ribbon, and all ribbon is 12 fiber strands in a single jacket, which allows for higher cable density. The glass is the same; it's just packaged differently, but it's typically for higher bandwidth usage and higher fiber count usage. So we don't sell single strand, but we do sell the tools to terminate single strands, which is what we're showing here today. So I took the jacket off, I took the coating off, I cleaned it with some alcohol. I'm going to put it back in the left side holder. And the reason why we're doing the left side is because the splice-on connector always goes in the right side of the fusion splicer. And put it into the cleave tool. Okay, now it's cleaved into the splicer. Now that's the hard part. This is the easy part.
Well, you made
we don't need to do anything we don't need to do anything to this. You do need a specialized holder. This one's a little bit different. This has the word Links on the holder because it's meant to be used with any of our splice-on connectors.
That makes it easy to insert.
So I'm going to I'm sorry?
It helps to insert it properly.
Absolutely. So I'm going to open up this packaging. It's hermetically sealed. There's a little thumb hold right there so that when I get to the end of this, it pops up the splice-on connector so I don't have to touch the glass. Grab it by that. Here's that special holder. It fits right in, just like that, into the splicer. That's all it takes. It should take your technician about 2 minutes to put on a splice-on connector. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and splice them. That came in at 0.00 dB. Now, these are estimated losses. Our estimates are pretty accurate. You're going to ultimately have to put a tester of some kind on there to get your actual dB loss that you can report to your customer. But this is a good estimate of how well the fusion went, and it gives your technician a good sense of how the end product's going to be. I'm going to open up the heater, open this up. Going to open up this door first, and this one. I'm going to let this fiber protection sleeve just slide right down. Right there is where the sleeve sits, just like that. And you can see I'm holding on to the right side on the plastic piece that came with the splice-on connector. I'm going to bring it down into the heater. Let that fall in. And now it is heating up the fiber protection sleeve. And again, your technician can now be working on the next, next connector, getting it prepped and ready. So there's only one last step here, and that'll be to snap on this LC connector end after it comes out of the oven.
So that's making it.
And these
we're making it totally from scratch.
Sorry?
We're making that totally from scratch. I've seen people already have the jumpers and they just splice it like the first one we did, rather than to put on the connector.
Yeah, so you can get pigtails. Now we only sell ribbon pigtails. Ribbon being, again, these are 12 strands of glass in this one jacketing, but pigtails are pigtails. I mean, these are 12 LCs that are factory made. You can even see here that this is tight buffer glass coming out of the connector, and then it just gets managed into the one piece of ribbon fiber.
Right.
But if you get a pigtail like this, yeah, you're taking each one and splicing them in there. So that's another way you can terminate your fiber to pre-terminated ends. Connectors seem to be just a favored way of.
Well, I like the connectors because most of the work that I say no to is repairing the connectors. So I can now take that on with this.
So here's the finished product. Okay, and I'm going to slide this back piece down. It's a little bit hot. Okay. I just pulled the back piece up to here, sliding this piece over the top. I'm going to snap these together.
That's amazing.
Pull this off, and there's your LC connector. That's the dust cap that comes off. So there's your actual connector.
Wow.
At a 0.00 dB in 2 minutes.
That's awesome. Now I've never.
That's the beauty of these.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. So, you got the kit, again, throwing numbers at you. I mean, we'll get you quotes and everything, but about $3,200 for this kit here with these holders. And then these connectors about $10, $11 each from Disty. Again, whatever the price Disty's going to give you for them, but just guesstimating a little bit there. And so that's your way into this, and these units are very rugged. If you're using them a lot, they're serviced out of Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where our head office is. They can turn these things around very quickly so that you're not out of business. It's really worked. It works very well. We've been doing this for a very long time.
Good.
It's not something new to us.
Okay, I'm good.
So those are splicer connectors. And what I'll do is I'll forward you over after this. We do have other splicers. I'll send you a kind of a comparative sheet of our different splicers. The different single-strand splicers kind of go up in price. They have different features, different levels of kind of production grade, whether it's just going to be out in the field every day, all day, being pounded on. But they range in price from this one here to about $10,000 for a kit.
Right.
For our highest-end core alignment splicer. This is what's called the cladding alignment. So it's using the cladding on the glass to align the cores. But you can see it still gets you a very low loss.
Right.
Our core alignment uses the cores to align and also give a very low loss. It's just, it has to do with speed and it has to do with the kind of the grade of the unit. So I'll show you one other way you can use this to terminate fiber. You can get pigtails, like I said. We don't sell single strand or tight buffer pigtails, but you can buy them and this will work just fine in that. This is something we do sell. It's called a Fox cassette, splice on cassette. So this top comes off. This is multi-mode. These are 24 LC connectors. They're pre-terminated at the factory. And there's a whip back here that you pull out the back, tight buffer, and use it in your splicer to splice the cassette into place.
Excellent.
It comes with all the parts and pieces to make it a neat end solution package. And your technician kind of slides this back on at the end. And you can either put this into a panel, or there's actually screw holes on the back, so you can screw this to a wall or underneath a desk, for kind of a quick termination of 24 strands.
You see, on something like that, I run across a lot of service that I don't take because I don't have something like that. So that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah,
wow.
This is a really awesome piece here. And again, it's just another way that you can quickly terminate your fiber and deliver it to your customer.
Yeah. Okay, this is
really nice. Yeah, there's actually dust caps in here.
Well, that's the problem I'm having. A lot of the stuff that I would get is 15 years old, 10 years old, 8 years old, and it's been properly taken care of. So I would just resplice everything and put it in a patch panel and call it a day. This is awesome. That's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the splicer. I'll send you information on our splicers, on our connectors. You can get connectors in any connector, the common connector types: LC, SC, ST, single mode, multi-mode. We make them all.
Okay.
These cassettes we make in multi-mode and single mode, and LC and SC type connectors.
And what part of the area are you out? You out of California, or you're out of?
So I cover the western states. I live in LA,
okay.
Santa Monica,
okay,
which is where I've been sequestered for months now. And but typically I cover all the western states. And the product lines that I support from our company are the fusion splicers, the connectors, our ribbon cable, and our termination products like these cassettes.
So
and we sell panels as well.
Yeah, so I'll recommend you because, like I said, this industry that I'm in, if you're not doing this, yeah, there's something wrong because this is what it's come down to. If I want to take cameras from, a 1 million square foot warehouse, I'm sure not going to run it in Cat 6.
Yeah, I mean, again, I have, I've been in the business a long time. I understand enough about your industry to be dangerous, but yeah, for your guys to be able to run in the fiber, to do this yourself gives you a lot more flexibility.
Totally.
And then you can offer more services to your customer. You can offer fiber repair services.
Correct.
You other companies can sub to you.
Correct.
So it's a lot of flexibility. The machine's resilient. It's consistent. We'll train you on it. Train your techs. Yeah. I think you'd be very happy with it.
Are there any tutorials? Any tutorials that you have, Jeff, on this here on YouTube, or none?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff on Sumitomo splicers on YouTube. I guess some of them from us, some of them from other places, but we have some on our website. I'll link that to the email I send you. I don't know so much, they're tutorials in that, they show how to put a connector on or how to put how to do different things. I'm not sure we have one with the T400. I'll look. But yes, on YouTube, if you just do Sumitomo splicers, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that come up.
Oh, this was awesome.
Yeah. So, where's your footprint that you work that your company covers?
Unfortunately, it's from Santa Barbara down to LA, Orange County, mostly LA, and Santa Barbara. So I'm now doing the thermal temperature face detection. So I'm now doing that right now.
Okay.
And this little stuff that I'm doing, repairing and remodeling homes, is just something just to pass the time. That's all that was.
It's been tough.
Yeah.
Tough on everybody.
So,
But okay, that's good. I mean, that's Chad covers Southern California. I cover all the Western states, and we'd be supporting you. We have very good support. We have a 24/7 tech support line.
well,
If you got a guy in the field,
that's not even
1
heard
a.m.
of. That's not even heard of.
We do offer a lot. We're big on